What's up everyone, Stock Catcher here. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the stock analysis as well as mentioning these plays just ripping face today. I'm going vertical. So many plays that we can't just keep up with them. And today the live stream on YouTube was really successful as well. A lot of people just having fun, having a great time. I love seeing you guys, just banking. Again, everything I say in my video is not financial advice and just entertainment. So today, SMXT, this stock just went crazy. I think the stock ripped like 200%, or was it 250%? It was just insane mover. So this stock, we caught it very early. If you check the timestamp, the proof is there. I caught it right at the first beginning. It was like $1 something. It was close to $1. I think it was like $1.20, and then it just ended up just ripping. So this stock, I mentioned it clearly on the YouTube live stream. I said clearly that this level, once it holds, I was saying to the team, right, let's see if the stock holds. And then the stock just ended up breaking that previous resistance, the consolidation, after it made that technical pattern. It just ended up just popping off to close to $2. And then after opening, that thing bears just got smoked here. It went all the way up to $2.50. So this stock was actually kind of higher float. This wasn't a micro float, right? Usually the stocks trade in pre-market that end up making these crazy moves up are usually micro float, under 20 million float. But this stock had, I think, 33 million float. And if you look at the news the stock had, it says Solar Max Technology awarded $127 million contract. So when it comes to news, there really is no time, in my opinion, at least for me, to read every single word or every single pages and pages of news filings. Most traders, in my opinion, including myself, we focus mainly on the headline. The headline means the news when it comes out, right? That title, like the first sentence or two sentences, and you don't really have to know much about finance, in my opinion, or economics to know that $127 million is a lot of money, guys. $127 million. And we're talking about small caps here. When we're day trading, most of the stocks that I mentioned are small cap. Like, I don't usually share trade ideas where it's like high market cap, you know what I mean? Like Apple or Tesla. Most of these small caps, even a fraction of $1 billion, it could seriously change the market cap, right? So this stock, as soon as it broke that key level, it held that 150. It just exploded. And there was many stocks today that had really nice price action as well, such as what's the other one? Oh yeah, LOBO, LOBO. This one today, again, same situation. I mentioned it early, and the stock just ended up just making a vertical move up, stair stepping up after held those previous support level. It just pretty much rode the 9 EMA. So if you use those trend indicators, this stock went all the way up to almost 125 a share. This was I believe a Chinese stock, right? And I remember what I said in the past, right? When it comes to these China stock or Singapore, these type of stock, most of the time they just go up even without news. And a lot of people actually think that just because the Chinese stock doesn't have news, it's like kind of a scam, right? I mean, it could be right, but based on my opinion and my experience, that you don't really need specific news for a push. As long as the stock has volume, it has sufficient volume, and it holds trend, you could pretty much ride the wave up, you know what I'm saying, guys? So this was really nice. I saw a lot of people banking on this as well. LOBO, this was a previous winner as well. I mentioned it again, the previous move up. So next one, AUUD. This one, micro float, 600k float. I mentioned this on YouTube live stream. I saw that the tape, it was starting to get hits, like starting to get volume. I think it was around 520, 530. And then I mentioned it, and then this stock just ended up ripping face to 773. And again, everything I say in my videos is not financial advice, and I'm not like you know what I mean? So it's just entertainment. So this stock just ended up moving up to 773. And I believe the stock had news as well. So this is the thing with pre-market and after hours, is that a lot of times, like I'd say more than 70% of the time, if a stock makes a move up, it's because of news. So this is why I love the pre-market and after hours a lot. The after hours I used to mention a lot of trade ideas as well, but recently I haven't been doing that because I've been busy in outside of trading, right? I've been busy, so that's why I haven't been really doing it. But I do also know how to trade after hours. I know the trade ideas. I can post a lot, so maybe in the upcoming days or weeks. But yeah, pre-market and after hours is really nice trading because it has news catalyst. And news catalyst, the reason I like it so much is because it introduces huge volume. And I say every video, guys, volume is number one when it comes to trading, in my opinion. Volume and float. So this stock was just beautiful. Next one, LIDR. This one had news headline this morning, JP Morgan. This stock was a multi-day setup. If you pull up the extended time frame, this stock was just pulling back from that previous parabolic run up. I mentioned it early. During that day, it went crazy, right? And then it just ended up pulling back, and then today made a really clean move up. I think it was like, how much did it run today? It ran like $1 after I mentioned it. Yeah, no, not $1. I think it was like 65 cents. So yeah, this stock, again, this the headline JP Morgan. Again, it doesn't have to be crazy news for a stock to go crazy when it comes to small cap, especially pre-market. Even if just how stock is headline, that's enough. So that's why I see most of the time these stocks have patent news or something that's fluff, right? Something that's not even that good, and it's just popping off like 50% or 100%. So next one, SPAI. This is another example where I think the stock made a really nice move up. I mentioned it right at that beginning base. You could check the time. It was like around 375, 380. And then it made a really nice move up to 439. That's like a 60-cent move, right? But this stock unfortunately couldn't hold that, and then it just sold off. So this is the thing with low float. I say many times, every day almost, is that most of the time, if you're trading low float, you need to have some experience, or you need to have really nice risk management. Because just the same way stock goes up a lot, it could also go down a lot. So you always have to keep that in mind. I say that every video, that low float is more for people that, in my opinion, they know how to trade these type of things, right? More volatile, very whippy. But this was a really nice win for the people. I saw people on YouTube live. They were banking on it this morning, I remember. Next one, STTK. This one is a thicker stock, higher float, 41 million, I think. So when it comes to these thicker stocks, they move choppier, they move slower, right? In a kind of range bound, like a really tight channel, a consolidation type of move. So this is why I prefer low float. I say every day, the stocks, the float, I really check that, and the lower the better, in my opinion. For it's just my personality, but yeah, this stock had an opportunity again. If you looked at the chart, this stock went to $1, and then it held it, and then it made a, what was that, like a 16% move after that 200 EMA held. So yeah, this was a nice move. I saw some people were holding this stock on the YouTube chat, so I hope this one works out. Right now, looking at it, still holding that $1 base level. So who knows? I might monitor the stock for the coming days as well. So next one, ELWS. This one I mentioned just yesterday. If you watched my video yesterday, I said clearly that this could run multi-day because the way it was setting up, right? If you pull up the extended time frame, this stock was just having thin volume consolidation. With the tape was really healthy as well. There was a lot of green on the tape. It was just holding those key level. And then today just ended up just ripping, popping off in pre-market. Yesterday I mentioned around like 650, and then today it went to 13. That's a massive swing, guys. And I know a lot of people like swing trading as well. I get every single day many messages of people asking for asking for overnight ideas or swing trade ideas. And I also really know a lot about swing trading as well, but currently I don't really find a lot of setups. And I'm someone that doesn't really force setups, right? I like more of the setup to come to me. So if I see any swing trade setup, I will mention it, guys. Don't worry. And ELWS was a monster for people that swing traded. So next one, CWD. This one, monster. 600k floater. I mentioned it. This one I mentioned it as it was breaking out. I actually saw this one. True story. I saw this one at 350 or 330. But I didn't mention it because it was kind of halting down. I think it was making a weird move, so I didn't want to mention it because I said in the chat that I'm trying to mention less trade ideas, in a more quality over quantity type of way. And that's something I'm trying to do, right? Because a lot of people, they can't really keep up with so many trade ideas. And I was just watching it, and then as soon as I saw confirmation, which was breaking that previous resistance with huge volume, breaking that pivot, I mentioned it right at over $4, and then it's immediately ripped to 450. And then the rest is history. You could check, it just went crazy to 834. This was monster. Next one, OTRK. This one I mentioned it again. This was a penny. I mentioned it right at that consolidation level. I like sharing trade ideas at safe levels and early, so you guys could find the best opportunity, make the most, right? Again, everything is not financial advice, just entertainment. So OTRK, this one just monster, ripped to 60+ cent. So this is the thing with these pennies. I say many every day. Even if it just has a small move like 10 cent, is massive in terms of percentage wise. So you really want to pay attention to pennies. I say every day, I say a lot of my videos that I prefer cheaper stocks. I said that many times in the past. I don't like trading stocks that are like $40, or I like cheaper the better. So, I like these pennies, I like the dollar stocks, I like the, you know what I mean. So there's only a few more stocks, guys. And again, I apologize for the lower voice, because today at the time I'm recording it like different time. So next one, BTAI, this one multi-day setup. I mentioned this one early if you check the timestamp. This one today finally broke out of that previous resistance. It held that previous resistance, and then it made a multi-day setup. So this looks really healthy right now. Looking at it right now, I'm just being honest. It's holding those key level. This looks like it's really bending. It's really trapping bears and squeezing them, right? Multi-day. So a similar situation to that would be GV. This one I mentioned it at 150 area, that 150 pivot. And this one is a micro float, 1 million float. And the stock just ended up just squeezing after hours. It went all the way to 231, which was breaking that previous high. And this stock looks really trappy for the bears. I think this stock, they don't even have news, I gotta check, but I think it had it was more of a negative. It was more like a negative headline. I think I was still seeing on social media, because when this stock was running, I was actually on my phone. I wasn't on my PC. And this happened because this was running towards the later end of the day, right? And this is the thing, like most of the time when I trade in the morning time, when I am active, right, pre-market open time, all the way up to 11 a.m. Eastern time, I'm mainly really focused, on the PC. And then after that, I'm more on my, like laptop or phone. So that's why I didn't really see, but yeah, this stock is looking really nice right now. Next one is ZEPP. This one more expensive stock. I said yesterday's video, right? Those more expensive stocks, you just ride the 9 EMA and then it just trends up usually most of the time. And it's really stress-free, and again, it doesn't happen all the time, but it's just kind of like kind of a tip. Alright, these more expensive stocks with higher market cap, they move slower, and most of the time they just keep trending. So you just draw your trend lines, draw the levels, the zones, and then you could just have less stress-free rather than just trading those micro floaters that rip, a dollar up and down. So yeah, there's like one last one, ADVP. This one was a penny. Same situation as OTRK. As soon as I hit volume, I mentioned it, and then it just rip in face, guys. So today there's many runners, and again, this is every day, guys. You can check my videos, check the time I post. Every single day there's runners, there's huge opportunity. And I say in my videos that there obviously not every single stock, there will be plays that don't go up, there will be plays that go down, and there will be times where it's really hard to trade. So I don't want to make it seem like it's just 100% accuracy, and I don't want to make it seem like it's easy, because it's not. But as you guys see with your own, all the proof is there, the time, the setups, every day, guys. And I've been doing stock for many years, and it's just gonna continue, guys. And if you're not part of the team, I recommend you subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's free to do. I post every day on the live stream as well. I'll see you guys there. Stock Catcher signing off, guys. Have a great night.